Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making a recipe from the beautiful Canary Islands, also known as las Islas Canarias, where they're famously known for their sunny beaches and making some of the most humble recipes in all of Spain. We're talking a potato and cilantro soup. This is known as un caldo de papas canario. And let me tell you, this soup is filled with so many simple yet delicious flavors. It's easy to make, where there's no weird equipment or tricky techniques. And the best part is all done in about 40 minutes using just one pot. Folks, serve the soup as a starter, or even as a main course, next to a garden salad and a crunchy baguette. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm gonna start by cutting 1 kilogram of potatoes, which is 2 1/4 pounds, that have already been peeled, washed, and patted dry. Each potato into bite-sized pieces that are 1/4 inch thick, which is a little over 1/2 centimeter. For this recipe, I'm using Yukon Golds, but you can use whatever potatoes you like. Though I do tell you, you do want to use potatoes here that are a bit more waxy than starchy, as they hold their shape better in soups. And we'll also finely chop 1 medium-sized onion, finely chop 1 green bell pepper, and roughly chop 6 cloves of garlic. For the next step, I'm going to heat a stock pot with a medium heat and add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. Make sure you use the good stuff here, as it is the base fat of the soup and what truly makes a difference. Link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. After a couple minutes and the oil is nice and hot, we'll add in the chopped onion, green bell pepper, and garlic. And we'll mix the ingredients around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And as you know, I like to mix this around continuously, that way the ingredients don't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After about 4 minutes and the vegetables are lightly sautéed, I'm going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1 1/2 grams. And we'll give it a quick mix. Then we'll add in 1/2 cup of tomato sauce, which is 120 grams. As always, I made mine by finely grating fresh tomatoes, but you can also use half the amount of canned tomato sauce here, which is similar to passata. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together, and then simmer it for a few minutes. After about 3 minutes, and the tomato sauce has slightly thickened, we'll add in the sliced potatoes, along with 1/2 cup of chopped fresh cilantro, which is 15 grams. This is also known as coriander. A 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is about 1/4 gram. Link where you get the Spanish golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. And season generously with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. And then we'll fill it with some water, just enough to barely cover the ingredients. You can also use any broth here of your choice. However, traditionally to make this recipe, water is used. That way the liquid doesn't overpower the delicate flavors of the soup. And then we'll turn it up to a high heat and give it a mix. Once it comes to a boil, we'll place the lid on the stock pot and lower the fire to a low heat. And we're going to simmer this for about 15 minutes until the potatoes are just cooked through. In the meantime, let's get our final ingredient ready. I'm going to crack in 2 eggs into a bowl. Season with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And whisk the eggs together. Okay, let's move back to the stock pot. After simmering the soup for about 15 minutes, I'm going to remove the lid. And at this point, those potatoes should just be cooked through. You can always pierce them with a toothpick just to ensure that they're done. If you see that yours need more time, you simmer this for a bit longer and add in more liquid as needed. For the final step, I'm going to slowly add in the whisked eggs while mixing the soup continuously. Once all the whisked eggs have been added, we'll place the lid back on the stock pot and turn off the heat and let this sit here between 2 to 3 minutes until the eggs are just cooked through. After a couple minutes, we'll transfer some of the soup into a shallow bowl and garnish with fresh cilantro. Check it out, our Spanish potato and cilantro soup is done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in about 40 minutes using just one pot. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, caldo de papas canario. I'm telling you, it smells divine in the kitchen today. I think we're in for a treat. Here we go. It's confirmed. We are in for a treat today. Seriously, check that out. You know, for me, another dish where less is more and the simple things are the best things. Because it got such basic ingredients, I got so many flavors out of this. Potatoes are beautifully cooked, kept their shape, didn't break apart. The rest of the ingredients, the perfect balance. With that, a cilantro really shining through. Easy to make, heart healthy, give it a try at home. Once again, as a starter, we're gonna have some main course, next to a garden salad and a crunchy baguette. Either way, the kind of food that's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Maria, Karen Reynolds, and Leslie Tyson. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.